What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another video. Today, I'm really excited to share this news with you that I have finally received the new Sigma 18-50 2.8 DC DN lens. I'm trying to cover my eyes, so focus on the box. There it goes. And this is for Canon RF mounts. So I don't know if you know anything about the new RF system, but the Canon RF system was not, or Canon was not allowing third-party manufacturers to make lenses for the RF system. They were only for EF. So this is the first of its kind for the RF mount. Now be advised that this mount is solely for crop sensor cameras. So R100, R50, R10, R7, I think that's it, maybe one more, I don't know. But this is only for crop sensor cameras for the Canon RF mount. So that's why it's 18-50. So on the Canon RF mounts, when it comes to crop sensor cameras, there's a 1.6 times crop factor. So this is actually going to be equivalent to a 28-80 on the Canon RF with a 2.8 constant aperture. Now, also keep in mind that this is a DC-DN contemporary lens. So if you know anything about Canon and their lenses, they'll have the Canon, like the regular lenses, then they'll have the L series lenses, which is like the more expensive, cleaner glass that gets you just an overall better optically pleasing picture. The contemporary line for Sigma is kind of like that lower line for Canon, and their Art series line is going to be equivalent to like the L series for Canon. So this is a contemporary lens, so this is kind of like their entry-level budget style lens. But I'm super excited about this one because this is actually going to be my first zoom lens. So when I bought the Canon R50, which was my first camera, I had the kit lens that came with it, which was the 18-45, and the aperture was like a 4.5 to 7.1 variable, something like that. So this is my first zoom lens of a constant aperture, and I think for me it's going to be really good because for me currently only having one camera body, having a zoom lens is going to be better in a lot of situations if I have to be really quick on my feet from zooming in to zooming out, versus with primes I'm having to change lenses if I want a different look and stuff like that. So that's the whole thing, that's just personal stuff. But the downside to this is that the 2.8 aperture is not as low as some of my prime lenses, like the 50-1.8, 35-1.8, or even the 85 1.2, or not 1.2, sorry, the 85 f2. Even though this is a 2.8 aperture, also on a crop sensor body, you're not getting as good as low light performance anyway, because the sensor's not as big and you're not getting as good as low light. But anyway, this is not a in-depth review on the Sigma lens. I'm probably going to do that later. This is just unboxing. I just want to see how it looks. So first glance at the box itself is a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be, which means the lens itself is probably going to be decently small, which is not always a bad thing, because in some cases you want a smaller lens because it's going to be lighter, and if you're shooting a wedding on it all day for 8 hours, it's not going to hurt your wrists and your arms as much from holding it up, versus like the Art series or the L series lenses for Canon, which are super heavy, but they're super worth it. So in here you got some documentation, and let's get to what I really want to see, which is the lens itself. So boom, here it is. And also I do love that it comes with a lens hood. This comes with the lens hood. It's a game changer. Instead of having to buy all your lens hoods separate like you have to do with the budget RF glass and for Canon now. I believe all the L series glass comes with lens hoods, but not the cheaper budget options anyway. So here it is. This is it. This is it. This is the lens. 18. My wife's calling me. I hear you, okay? She's going to pick up Chipotle. Anyway, so this is it. 18-50. Constant aperture, f2.8. 55mm thread size, which is actually kind of dope because just about all my filters already are 55mm, so it's gonna be effortless just putting those filters on. Am I stupid? Do I not know how to put this on? Oh no, there it is. Okay, cool. So let's look at this glass. Let's take this cap off, look at this glass. So right there you see that glass. I mean, it looks just like any other camera lens, honestly. And then you take this bottom part off. That's what the bottom part of the glass looks like. So like I said, this is not a full in-depth review of this lens. This is just unboxing, but I am going to put it on my Canon R7 right now just to see how it looks. And I'm about, I don't know, 1.5 feet away from the camera right now. I am currently on my 16mm f2.8, so that's the equivalent to a 24 or 26 millimeter, something like that, or maybe a 28. I don't know. I don't want to do math right now. So this being 18 is going to be equivalent to a 28, so I want to see how it looks on if I'm standing this far away. And also being about arm's length away, this is about the length that you would vlog from, so you'll see if this lens is going to be good for vlogging as well at first look. So what I'm going to do is, without further ado, I am going to swap these lenses and see how this lens looks and give y'all a first look of what this Sigma glass looks like. Whoa, focus. All right, this is what it looks like. It's a little bit tighter, so I'm gonna have to bring this up just a little bit so I can stay in frame. All right, but yeah, this is it. I can kind of bring that down a little bit more. So this is first look optically at the Sigma 18-50 f2.8. This is at 18 millimeters. Because I don't know why it would be any tighter, because I'm like vlog style right now. I'm pretty close to the camera, I'm about arm's length. And like I said, this is a zoom, so I can zoom in here. That's what it's gonna look like at 80. Hopefully I brushed my teeth today. And now back at 18. And I'm wide open at 2.8 right now, so this is the look that you're getting. So this is it. This is the first unboxing, first look at the Sigma 18-50 f2.8 for Canon RF crop sensor lenses, and hopefully in the near future I'll be able to get out and take some pictures and give you kind of a full review on the optics of this lens and what it looks like and just how I personally like it. So if that interests you, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, because there's a lot more where this came from. And this is just the first of a long line of RF crop sensor lenses that Sigma is releasing. I'll put a graphic up here to show you all the lenses that Sigma is releasing. So this one just came out early July, late June, and the rest you can expect in the fall. So super excited for that. And all the apertures seems like they're going to be a little bit lower. And if it's anything comparable to the current RF glass that we're used to seeing in the budget area, then I think we have nothing to complain about. So that being said, thank y'all for being here. Like and subscribe to the channel, and until next time, peace.